Hey guys, okay. My name is Megan Goff and I'm a Diamond Ambassador and probably you're on my team somewhere, but I wanted to come to you guys today and just talk a little bit about systems. So this has been on my brain actually since before we got before we went to Hawaii, but it's something that I think is really, really important to building a strong, healthy team and something that I feel like I have been weak at, but I'm getting better at. So I thought I'd come to you today and just share a couple of my thoughts. I'm going to be looking down at some notes to make sure I don't forget anything. But when I joined Carrie's team, I was also part of a bigger team called Team Plexus Provision, which is Jessica Heffley's team page. And basically this system was the high five and the new ambassador checklist. If you're not familiar with those, I will bump them back to the top of the team page or post them in the comments of this video. But fabulous stuff. It's like just a very simple system. And that was kind of the bare bones skeleton structure of how we did things when we, 3 years ago when I started. And I would say that the team page was just basically just a huge resource of revolving information, basically drinking out of a fire hydrant of information. But it was a kind of a sweet condensed form. I feel like now that we've grown, there's a lot more resources and it's like ping, ping, ping. Where do I find, where do I go for information? Because I can go here, I can go here. So I think that having a really concise way to find information and to plug people in is important. And I also know that people learn differently. And so maybe the way I learn is different than the way other people learn. I was kind of one of those green personalities that wanted all the information about every single thing, and I wanted all the details. Now, you don't have to have all that information to start sharing, and you don't even have to know all that, right? We learn as we go, and that's the beautiful thing about a team is some people are going to be stronger at explaining how the products work. Some other people are going to be strong on how the compensation plan works, and having the team support is really a beautiful thing. But I really wanted, even 3.5 years ago, I wanted something more organized. Okay, if I could just go to a box and check the box and go to the next thing and go to the next, instead of feeling like, okay, I have to go find out, listen to every video and learn all the things, right, that people put out there. So I have decided it would be really helpful to just kind of talk through. So I feel like I kind of gave myself a college Plexus education, right, when I first started, because I went to YouTube and I was just drinking in all that information, whoever put it out there, Sarah Marble, Lori Harrison, those wise, seasoned Plexus gals, right? And they really helped me get my business off the ground. They gave me a different way of thinking. They really influenced my mindset. They really helped me realize this is not about me. This is about something that could impact a lot of people and create legacy for people, not just for my family, but for a lot of people, right? So I thought, what if we could pare it down to information that's really concise, informative, instead of having to learn everything and then be like, okay, this is really what I need to learn. From all this stuff I gathered in, here's what is the most important. That's what I view the different things I'm going to show you here in a second. That's what I view this as, okay? So let's talk about the different systems. Okay, so you can utilize all of them, you can utilize some of them, or you can just pick your favorite and roll with that one. Okay, so everyone gets a success guide in the mail. Number one thing to do when you start, if you are someone that wants to build a team, you want to work a business, you want to, even if you're just dabbling and kind of, checking it out, oh, this looks like fun, some little fun outlet to have, right? This success kit is going to be your success guide. It's very important to read through the information and fill out the information and the questions, because really, even if you didn't have a working sponsor, if you have this and you follow what it says, you'll be successful. But now we have so many other resources that are interactive, that are video format, a lot of different ways to learn, that they're supplements to what this teaches, right? So it's basically the same information repackaged differently, different ways, so all of us can learn in the way in which we learn best. Okay, so I want to show you, number one thing, success kit. Everyone needs to utilize that. The second thing would be the Rank Up Roadmap in our back office. And I'm going to screen share really quick. And that way you guys can see what I'm seeing. So let's go to the back office. So here's my back office. If you, and just click this little link and it says to log in. So you log in, okay. I see over here it says virtual office. I'm gonna click on that. And then I'm going to show you where your resource library is, because this is a really important part of your business, is knowing where to find information, right? So I pulled this up, and my first thing is, this is my dashboard. My business is very important. You can see all the things, but you really need to go to the training center and click on the resource library. There's a lot of great information right there that you can check out, okay? The next thing is the Rank Up Roadmap, and that is really, really helpful. And I have now started, when I sign people up, I sign them up over the phone, we're talking, we're FaceTiming something, and whether I've walked them through the process or I've plugged their information in, I typically hit FaceTime so that I can show them this resource. And I say, even if they're not interested in a business or whatever, I just say, hey, I know you may not be interested at this point, but if you get a couple people that want to, you know, triplex this with you or whatever, you just need 3 people and you get $100 bonus, and you get either 25 or 50 bucks with each person that signs up under you. And so you get healthy, they get healthy, and it helps cover the cost of your products. And this is a little Rank Up roadmap that kind of shows you the different levels that you can get to in Plexus. So if that's something you want to kind of look at, this is where to find that information. Okay, so I kind of give them just a little blurb. Everyone that I've talked to has been very gracious about it. I mean, like, oh, cool, all right. And then I usually take them over to Facebook as well, because I think it's important. So our team page is called One Team. So as soon as you sign someone up, you're going to add them to the team page if they're an ambassador. And my computer is slow right now. But anyways, this is our team page. You can set it to favorites. Okay, so that way you see it at the top of your notifications on your phone or on your computer. And this team page is actually a great resource, but sometimes people don't know how to utilize it. So I wanted to show over here on the left-hand side, there's different things to check out. The files is basically PDFs you can download to your computer. You can read through the ones that you find interesting. You can also share them and send them to people. So there's, on the team page, there's 2 little systems that I like to plug people into. This is the pinned post right here. And if you click on that, it's going to kind of welcome everyone, kind of give the basic gist. And then it's going to have different things to click on, like where to start, for example. I have a lot of things. So basically sorting the apples, right? Sorting what you want to get out of Plexus. And it kind of details, if you look in the comments, whether they're a product user, and, you know, our goal is to help them, you know, baseline, get their products covered, sharing with one person or sharing with a couple people, right? Help them share a little bit. You know, then there's the people that are all in, and there's your people that are kind of dabblers, you know, and they take a little longer to go silver or whatever. But there's information there to check out, the compensation plan stuff, right? All the things. Then if you click on product knowledge and look underneath those, underneath each little post, if you look in the comments, there's some more information. I did want to draw your attention to this little thing called units, and this is something that's new to Facebook, but where I'm creating units. And it's basically the same information, similar information in the pin post, but I have a lot more, right? I'm going to keep adding some more units so that you guys can check all those things out. But for example, welcome and where to start, you basically click on that, and then you can read the article. And then when you're finished with the article, you can click, I'm done. I read the article, cool, I'm done. And then at the top, it kind of shows you how many more until you're complete with that unit. Does that make sense? So the units are a great resource to utilize. Make sure your people know. So I like to show them how to access the units as well, okay? And there's one about sharing Plexus. There's one called a 60-day start to a healthier you, and it really talks a lot about detox, the importance of eating healthy, the importance of water, and just maybe some of the symptoms they might have when they first start their products. I think that's a really important thing, because I was one of those people that had a lot of detox. And I was like, how come no one's talking about this? Does anyone else experience this, right? So we want to make sure people have the information they need so that they can, 1, have great results in the products, 2, feel part of a community, so they're plugged into something, and then 3, we want to help them go silver, right? And so that's kind of the basic gist of the team page resources. So we have our back office Rank Up roadmap, we have our success kit, we have the team page pin post, and then I did want to talk really quick about developing silver. So I'm going to stop the share there because the recording, there we go. All right, so my secret for developing silvers, here it is. Are you ready? My secret for developing silvers is so this is something I haven't done a great job of. A lot of times my mindset was, okay, recruit. Who can I share with? I want them to help. I want to help get them healthy. I want them, if they wanted a business, I want them to be able to, share with other people, cover the cost of their products and, build a team and make money and be able to live the way they want to live, right? Without fear of finances and, living debt free, and they want to have freedoms and things like that. So my thought was, I just lost my train of thought. That's bad. Anyways, so in developing silvers, you can be a diamond and lose your train of thought. Totally fine. Okay. So anyways, I think I've really dropped the ball though, because my mindset has been, sign them up. And then not that I forget about people, but I haven't always pursued that connection point with them when in light of, hey, let's hop on the phone. Like if I didn't sign them up over the phone, then we're scheduling a call where I'm chatting with them. It's better if you can do face-to-face, like FaceTime or something, because they have access to you, right? There's that connection. I think that's something that I've, just because of time efficiency, I haven't done that. And it's not been something that has benefited me or them, right? Because it's easy to lose people when they don't feel that connection to us. And I want to help people get started strong. So one of the things that I've revamped about developing silvers is, one, it's not just about getting them signed up and then boom, I'm on to the next person, right? It's getting them signed up and helping them start strong and really staying in contact with them so that I can help them get their goals. Okay, so what I am doing differently, I think it really started in my brain in light of, okay, I want them to stay on with this. Not that I didn't want that before, but having that, giving of myself more to where I'm signing them up over the phone. That's what I've been doing. Whether I put the information in for them, which I typically don't do, I like to walk them through the process, especially if they're kind of intrigued with sharing, because I want them to know how to do it. Okay, so that's what I've been doing differently. I've been talking to them on the phone, and then I have been showing them after I get them signed up. I'm like, okay, perfect. Let's FaceTime really quick. I'm going to show you a couple of things, and I'll screen share or flip the phone around so they can see, okay, here's where to find this resources in your back office. Here's where, if you want to go shop or get another couple items, that's where you click it, okay? And then here, let me show you really quick on Facebook. I just added you to our team page. Here's the pinned post, here's units. What are your thoughts about sharing? Ask them that question. And then they tell me. And usually I just impart a little bit. I just say, hey, my goal, I tell them what my goal is. My goal is that you don't have to budget for your products, okay? We can just get a couple people on board with you. You're going to help them with their health. You're going to get healthy, and everyone does better with accountability. So that's kind of my brain space on it. That's what I say. And then I wait for them to share. And that's really hard for me because I like to fill empty spaces. But I actually have been working more on listening better and asking questions and then shutting up. I'm waiting to hear what they say, because they will tell you what they think. And then you can kind of go off of what they think. And this is the other thing, as I say, as we're chatting, I'll just say, hey, I always help people make a post if you're open to it. Would you be game for making a post tonight? And I say, I will send you what to say. You literally just have to copy and paste it and put it with a pic. You can tweak it if you want, of course, but what are your thoughts about that? And then I sometimes will share, I wish I would have shared from day one. I mean, all of us were new, so my sponsor wasn't thinking to even ask me that, right? But when I think back, if she would have asked me, hey, would you put up a post tonight? Let's see who else might be interested in trying this with you. I would have, right? It's almost that power of suggestion and that belief, like asking the question and me thinking, okay, I'd probably be game for that, because I always say you never know who also is looking for better health, or you may be doing this because you want to lose a couple pounds, or you maybe don't have huge health issues, but there's going to be some people in your life that do have big health issues, and you could be the catalyst to help change their life, because we're coming from a place of belief, right? Because we have a front row seat to what these products are doing for people. And so we have to impart that vision to them a little bit. And I think also it depends on how you know the person too. If there's someone that would be great at the business, you tell them, You just say, hey, you would be really, really good at this. What are your thoughts about sharing? What are your thoughts about the business? Like, are you intrigued with, making an extra $500 or $1,000 a month? Like, would that help your family? Because if it would, I can help you know how to do that. Okay, so I think it really just stems from asking questions. So I think, in light of which resource to use, it's really go by what you like to use, right? But knowing that your teammates or the people you sign up, they might learn differently than you. They may not be video people. They may like to read things and then check it off their list. And the resources they're only good if they're utilized, right? So my encouragement is to utilize them, show people where they're at, and let's get people on board with this new system of knowing where to find the information. And this is the other thing. I thought that might be helpful just to kind of share my system. So I think one question you need to ask yourself, what is the system? And when I'm saying system, I mean, how are you duplicating yourself? Because most likely if you have a team, if you have 3 or more people, you have a system. You did something to get to that point, okay? I always think about making salad, okay? So this is like making salad. How did I make that salad? Well, I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and then I mixed it all in, and then I add the dressing, right? So if I'm going to teach someone that, I have to teach them my system for making that salad. The same thing goes for when we're training our teammates, and it may not look like, okay, now we're going to have a formal training. No, it may just look like you meeting them for coffee, or they come over to your house, and you just kind of walk them through, okay, so this is what I do. Let's make you a post. Okay, people are starting to comment on it. Okay, here's what we do. We say, hey, I'm going to PM you, okay? And then after that, you get in a little message thread, you ask them a couple questions, and then you introduce me to the conversation. You just say, hey, I'm going to add my friend Megan, and you post, you reach out, you post, you follow up, then you help them sign up over the phone, and then you add and welcome to them to the team page, right? Is this sounding like your system that you do? And then you walk them through the basics of the pin post. You talk about show them where the Rank Up roadmap is. And then you put them in a basket, depending on what they tell you. Like when you ask them the question like, hey, what are your thoughts about sharing? Or hey, would you be open to making a post tonight before we pop off the phone? You'll be able to put them in a basket, so to speak, right? Whether they're a wholesaler, whether they're a dabbler, or whether they are someone that's going to go silver in 7 days, right? Someone that's all in. So it's helpful to know where your person falls, because then you're going to be able to help them better, okay? And the goal is to help people go silver in 90 days. Now, that's the goal. That doesn't mean 100% of the people you sign up are going to go silver, but the goal is to get 15 to 30% even. I mean, that's a huge percentage, but I think it starts by us changing our mindset, and 2, it starts by us asking the questions. So the last tip I would have for you is to organize your people on paper as you start to sign up people, and as your team grows, is to organize people on paper, find out what their goals are, stay in touch with them so you can help them hit their goals. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. Feel free to add questions below. I just thought it would be helpful to kind of talk through systems, talk through how I go about talking to people, signing up people, and where my mindset shifted from just sign people to, okay, I need to take more time with people, ask them questions. And you know what? I'm not a person that loves to talk on the phone. I don't like to ask questions that are open-ended that they may not say yes to me, right? That's a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm encouraging you, just as I'm doing the scary thing, or I'm doing the more uncomfortable thing. I don't love to talk on the phone. I would rather just send people my link, they sign up, boom, done, they take the ball and run with it, right? But that's not reality. That's not what most people do. It takes us connecting with them, developing that relationship, asking them questions, helping them find out what their goals are, and then helping them hit those goals. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. Have a great day. Bye, guys.